Hey guys, welcome to this video. Yesterday's presidential debate between Trump and Kamala. I'm definitely 100% curious, guys. Genuinely, who do you think won the debate? And today, I'm talking with my guy Andrew here, and I want to know his, who is he going to vote for? But also talk to you guys, because I've seen a lot of newbies in comments with some gurus that made videos either supporting Trump or supporting Kamala. And I see a lot of newbies that haven't done a deal, real estate wholesale deal, or even fix and flip or buy and hold. Yeah. It's been a year, and they're in the comments like arguing, and they're so passionate about everything that's happening right now in politics. So guys, number one, let us know in the comments who not only who you're going to vote for, but who do you think won yesterday, right? Because for me, I watched the debate. I was just like studying how do you know how we negotiate with sellers? Yeah. Like how do you deflate? How do you overcome objections? Yeah. How do you put pressure on your opponent? That was very fun to watch. And guys, I mean, most of our audience, what do you think, Andrew? If you're not a multi-millionaire that is worried about like huge tax write-offs and those kind of things, because most gurus that I see online, their vote is obvious. If they have to vote, it's Trump, because Trump gives them the most financial advantages when it comes to their businesses. But for us, I think we're talking today and we're like, hey, I was asking you about politics. We're like, bro, for me, I don't care because it doesn't matter who's president.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, and I think that's a mindset thing. Is like, it doesn't matter who's ruling. I will still find opportunities. And that made me reflect when I started my real estate wholesaling journey. It actually started a few months before COVID. Yeah. And through COVID, I was closing deals, even when the shutdown happened, literally closing deals, and we couldn't get out. They had a rule, you couldn't walk properties, literally. Yeah. And I remember one of those deals, the seller's name is Antoinette, right? Yeah. And when I reached out to her at the time, we couldn't walk the properties because of COVID. And bro, like everything, like I walked her through on the phone, she went, took pictures, sent it to me. So I was closing deals. We made what, 19,000 on that deal? Yeah. And Trump was the president. So the idea today, guys, is to tell you, especially if you're a newbie, you have zero money in your bank account, or maybe you have $1,000 in your bank account. The economy, it is what it is. None of these two folks, do you think any of these two getting into power tomorrow is going to change anybody's genuine financial life tomorrow? Let's say, it doesn't really matter who it is.
Absolutely not. And because for me personally, Mamadou, would I like to take all accountability for my actions.
Right.
The mindset, of course, nothing for me is external. Everything is internal. I did watch the debate, by the way. And for me, whenever I watch debate like those, just like what you said, it's about learning how to speak or to apply pressure to the opponent and stuff like that. Because it do help you inside negotiating. But in terms of policies, if anything changes where policies is concerned that affect anything to do with real estate, all I'm going to do is just adapt and keep it moving. But for me personally, it is about what's on the inside, and we'll keep the mindset going. We take personal action, and we're trying not to place too much emphasis or too many times pay attention to the stuff that's taking place in the political arena, because those stuff, I don't think it benefit the younger guys. It's more like what you said, the millionaires, those are the ones that these political policies really and truly affect more than anybody else. So for me, it's just continuous action every single day, doing real estate and just learning and getting better personally, and just watch it reflect on the outside.
Right. So guys, it's not like we're politically illiterate, right? Like we do understand, depending who the president is, policies can affect your children, policies can affect your business. So you should vote based on policies. So I'm not here to tell you what my policies, my policy preferences, or who my candidate preference is. But all we're saying is, for those of you, especially for our audience, for those of you that are trying to get into real estate wholesaling, for example, or you're trying to build an online business, right? There's so many things nowadays you could be doing to get yourself going. And I see so many people that had all the excuses. Oh, I cannot cold call, I'm too busy. I have a 9 to 5. I have this problem going on. They don't want to shift their mindset. They don't want to pick up the book. They don't want to go to the networking events. All of a sudden, they have all the time in the world. They know everything that Kamala is doing.
Yeah.
They know everything that Trump is doing. They know everything that they hate about Kamala and hate about Trump. They're so passionate about this topic.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking and saying, and some of these people are used to come to our workshop, real estate workshop here in Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, if you were to take this passion right now and just shift it into your real estate wholesaling business, or you shift it into your digital AI content creation thing, you can sit today and learn how to create content, right?
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't matter who the president is, because I was closing deals when Trump was the president. We're still closing deals today. I mean, interest rate is super high, but because we do creative finance, guys, we're still closing deals. When is our last closing? Isn't it like 2 to 3 days ago?
Yeah, a couple of days ago we closed a deal. We got 15,000.
15,000, guys. You guys can go see the video. I just posted it, yesterday?
Yeah.
$15,000. We found a dump house, put it under contract, and we sold that contract for a fee. We made $15,000, guys. Obviously, that's called wholesaling real estate. But any business in general, if you're not financially where you want to be yet, I understand policies can affect you in terms of other things, but the energy you're putting out. So yesterday the debate was like, I think two hours, maybe a little bit more.
I think it ended at 12:30.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a long debate. So if I'm sitting there for 4 hours, for me, because we create content, I'm looking at it. You remember when we always talk about mindset, you mentioned perception.
Yeah.
Everything is about perception. So if I'm gonna sit and spend my energy and time on that, especially haven't done my first deal yet, or I'm still broke, and I'm trying to get out of a 9-to-5 that I hate, is like, okay, yesterday I was watching the debate with a different lens than most people, right? I'm listening, but I'm more like studying the body language, how is Trump handling the objections, how is Kamala handling, who got phased when, the two journalists, how they're asking these questions. Me as a content creator, that's really what I'm studying, even though I do understand some of these policies will affect me. So I was interested when they started talking about real estate. Kamala was talking about some policies that she's gonna do in terms of down payment assistance to other people. Trump was talking about the tax breaks he's gonna give to people. But I'm like, okay, if I analyze this though, unless you're already a multi-millionaire and have a bunch of assets, it's not gonna change. There's nothing in your bank account for Kamala to take away or for Trump to add anyway. So you have to take control of your life and understand that you are the CEO of your destiny, and waiting for a politician or thinking that just you voting for somebody and that person wins, that is going to change your life. You are delusional. I don't care which country you live in.
That is a fact.
And the great thing here is, guys, listen, I'm West African, grew up in Belgium, speak multiple different languages, lost my mom at the age of 7, grew up in a refugee camp in Belgium, and Andrew here is straight from Jamaica.
Straight from Jamaica.
Right? You guys can hear the accent.
Came here in 2012, Mamadou, drove trucks, and been a full-time investor for the past 2 years, and saw multiple different presidents change hands, and not one time did that have any type of effect on what is it that I do.
Right.
Right? And now it's even worse. I'm doubling down. Whatever the policies, the political arena, not saying I'm not there tuning to see what's going on, but that the outside circumstances doesn't change where is it that I'm going. And for the most part, people, please don't pay too much attention to it. Kind of focus more on personal development and what everything change, regardless of who is in power or who is the president or whatever it might be. You is the CEO, like what Mamadou said, of your life.
100%, guys. 10 years driving trucks. You guys can hear our accents. So it doesn't matter if you're born and grew up here. That means, guys, you probably speak better. I mean, let's say not speak. Talk better English than me. If you're not a great communicator, I probably speak better English than you. But you talk a better English, meaning your accent is American, right? And if you're from overseas and you came here in America looking for opportunities just like me, well, obviously, none of you can give me an excuse.
No.
You see what I mean? So if I can go from absolutely knowing nothing about real estate, start with wholesaling. I didn't need the license. You don't need a license to wholesale. You don't need money, right? You don't need experience. You can sit down and learn. This is just a sales and marketing business.
Absolutely.
You can learn today. We're in the AI world, so you can learn artificial intelligence. AI, so you can learn how to edit videos behind the camera, become editor for people. You can help companies build brands, or you can sit behind the camera like this. People are making money with podcasts, for example. That is something you can sit personal development, learn communication, and all these things. You can learn so many skills online that nowadays we live in an era where you don't even need to go ahead and put yourself in a position where you're taking student loans and putting yourself in debt slavery. Right?
Mamadou, the most self-made millionaire has been made in the past 10 years.
Right.
In all generation.
Right.
This is the time, guys, to do whatever is it that you would like to do with nothing outside of you that can stop you. Once your mind is made up to do it, and once you have direction. Direction is everything, guys. And speed, for me, Mamadou, to be honest with you, speed is not so much essential than it is direction.
Right.
If you're in the right direction, regardless of the speed, you're going to reach that destination where you want to go. And just like Mamadou said, there's no excuse at this point in time with a heavy accent like mine.
Right.
Just start to speak English. Because speaking English and talking English, Mamadou always tell me is a complete
big difference, guys. Yep.
So learning how to pronounce your word properly, these are what the debate is for. I'll sit down and watch a 2-hour debate based on just how the person articulate themselves, how the question has been asked. All of that stuff is where I gather all the knowledge from, and that to me is a beautiful thing to take away from the debate.
100%, guys. That's exactly also how I look at it. I literally had to sit down and reflect that I was actually closing deals through COVID, and then after that, started taking down properties because now I've already done a couple of wholesale deals. And English, guys, is probably my 5th language. Forget about, it's not the second, it's not the third. It's probably my 5th language, right? So if I can do that, build a portfolio that was valued last time that I checked about $6 million single family, and now we're downsizing on the single family because we're heading multifamily.
Absolutely.
But guys, in any presidency, people need homes, affordable housing right now. The crisis, they cannot build enough. There's not enough land for them to build to answer, to solve that problem. Right? So people always need housing. People always need to rent. People always need to buy properties unconventionally because we're investors. We do help families buy properties to where they don't have to go to the Chase Bank to qualify because they don't have the credit. Maybe they own like a construction business, so they can't qualify with the banks. We finance those people. You see, so in any economy, if you have multiple tools in your tool belt, or you have like digital skills that you can apply online, or you're great at communicating, you can build a podcast, guys, it doesn't matter who the president is. You will make money.
Of course.
So that's the mindset, guys. Just reflect. Right now we're what, September?
Yes, September.
September, guys, the month is absolutely over. The year. The year is absolutely over. So how about you sit back and do a whole inventory of your 31st December last year goal. That this year you're gonna do this, you're gonna lose the weight, you're gonna start that business idea, you're gonna learn this skill. Take an inventory and go, okay, what have I done with all these goals? If none of them, if you haven't done any of them, then the last thing you need to worry about is who's going to be president tomorrow, at least when it comes to your personal finances, right? So you can worry about it. Like, I'll give you guys a clear-cut thing, right? For me, personally, if I have to vote, which I'm not going to say here who I'm voting for, even if I vote, if I'm voting, I am voting based on policies that is going to affect not just my business, because I'm not that selfish. I look at it on a mass scale level. Okay, what's going to affect my family life, my spiritual life, what's going to affect society overall. So that's how I kind of look at it. But personal finances, guys, personal finances, even the family part, I'm still the CEO of my family. None of these presidents is gonna call me and say, Mamadou, you know what? You should buy a self-help book for your kids, right? Like we just talked to a seller where the choice she's making for her kids, me and him were having a conversation, is like, okay, she's going through a lot of challenges, and the first thing she does is she goes and buy Jordans for her kid instead of a financial literacy book. And guys, the context is she should be buying that financial literacy book because of everything they're going through as a family. That should come first.
Right again, let's go.
So the choice she should have made is to buy a self-help book based on what she needs right now. So guys, do that. Go study somebody, like if you're in the real estate industry or trying to get into the real estate industry, go study the D. Rockefeller, for example, and see how he's built his empire. That will inspire you. How he build his empire throughout any market. Crash, no crash. All the challenges been through and overcame. Like, pick your heroes, right? That's what we were talking about earlier. So guys, if we can do it with these accents right here, you can put in the comments, close the borders all you want, guys. I don't care. Like, you can put all you want. People still gonna come here. Humans are naturally inclined to migrate. So people will still gonna come here and eat your lunch unless you get up and do something about it, right? So screaming, close the border. I don't care if Trump gets in office.
No. Listen, Mamadou, for me, coming to America, the United States of America, the opportunity that America gives to people is to own. I'm from a third world country. I'm from Jamaica. You do not get the opportunity that America gives to own something. It's not about car. It's not about all the fancy stuff. It's about owning something for yourself. And if this is one of the richest nations on earth where you can let that happen. Once you know what to do, once you get your mind right, once you surround yourself with the right people, and that's what I'm going to leave with, guys. Remember, the people who you surround yourself with, as you can see, who I'm surrounding myself with, makes the world a difference. That is who you're going to become eventually, Mamadou. So, guys, 100%. Tune into that one.
Guys, I'm going to tell you guys a concept as silly as, not really silly, but as simple as wholesaling. So the idea in the US is I can go outside here, which is funny because that's how we find the properties, right? I can go outside here right now. I'm walking my cat, my dog. I mean, you don't walk cats, but dogs, right? I'm walking my dog and I see a beat up house. I can find that data online. That's only in the US, guys. I can find the data online, call that homeowner, and be like, hey, John, I was passing by your property, 123 Main Street. I see the window is broken. Are you interested in selling? And if they are interested in selling, not only, you can also find the number online for free. TruePeopleSearch.com. So everything is free. Call them, negotiate them, put that on the contract, and you just sell that contract for a fee. That concept alone, guys, I've spent over 13 years in Europe. I used to work in Belgium specifically.
Never seen.
You can't do it. Won't do it. You're going to jail. And the reason for that is because all the data is already private. It's nothing public. Secondly, there's this mentality of young people, like, is a thing like to, you know, the American dream, right? I want to own my own thing. Like, that mentality is not there. It's not like, you know, harnessed. And so every single time you're around people our age and you try to have these kind of conversations, it's not a cultural thing, if that kind of makes sense. In America, it's founded upon this idea. And so this concept alone, guys, I tell people all the time, wholesaling alone, it's an opportunity that America give you that no other country is giving. This alone is something you cannot just look at it. So take it from me. Like, sometimes in life, the best experiences you're gonna have is somebody else's life experience. That's why picking up a book is so important, because somebody poured 35 years of their mistakes and successes they put there, and they're saving you 10 years of right. So it's the same thing. You don't have to travel and get out of the country to realize the fact that I just told you. I've already done it for you. I was there. I was trying to do real estate. You couldn't. You could not start with wholesaling, build up your capital, and then build the experience in terms of like the acquisition from A to Z. Then you start taking down properties, and from there, you start learning that now you truly becoming a business owner because of the skills you've built because of this. Okay, guys? So, guys, focus on you, become the CEO of your life, but still let us know who you're gonna vote for. Like the video, you know, leave a comment below, and let us know, you know, how do you intend on becoming the CEO of your life moving forward. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you check out Pre-Foreclosure DU channel from Andrew. I'm gonna link the video that we just posted yesterday where we made $15,000 in 7 days assigning a pre-foreclosure deal. I'm gonna link it down below. You guys can check that out as well. And until next time, keep that boom mentality, guys. And the boom stand for being bold and brave, and then being obsessed. So make sure you're obsessed about becoming the CEO of your life. And you know, the second O is for being optimistic. Always look at things with a different lens. And you know, as soon as you change your perception, your reality changes. This is it's nothing goofy about this. If every single wealthy CEO person on earth talk about this concept, it's real, right? And lastly, the M stands for mindset. Obviously, mindset abundant. So make sure your mindset is always abundance. Doesn't matter who the president is, you know there is enough for everybody out here. I will find my opportunity because I am going to get up and do the work that it takes and do the research and take the action and find it, create chaos, and take responsibility for my finances. All right, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Boom, boom, boom.